stepped down the line, and the 47 of Trevor Grafton crosses it on the apron, but he crosses first. He's our winner.
Right there will be your race winner, the 2 of Jameer Muhammad, bringing it to victory lane here tonight. It will officially be Sal Casey getting the win here tonight. He's just got to get across the line first, and there he is right there. Your winner here tonight is going to be the 40 of Sal Casey. We'll see right there. He will do it. Your race winner is going to be the 84 of Bryson Barker, led 28 laps. The most laps led here tonight. Bring it to the line right there. Your race winner will officially be the 2 of Jameer Muhammad, putting it into victory lane here tonight. Will be Mikey Neal, officially will be your race winner here tonight. The checkered flag in the air for James Zarello, getting the win right there. Your race winner here, Bristol Motor Speedway, will be the 13 of James Zarello.
And your race leader tonight is the 83 of Alex Hoffman at Richmond Raceway.
So you're again unofficial race winner here tonight. Coming to the line under caution will be the 5 of Brandon Dorsett. I believe his first win here in the series. Welcome, race fans, once again to Virtual Racing Network tonight. As you can see, we're under the lights here at Charlotte Motor Speedway on iRacing for the Racecore Online Racing League. I expect to see some good racing. 20 drivers have made the trip here to Charlotte. As always, this is a beautiful arena. We love coming here to this venue. So we look forward to see some great racing, and it should look really good for y'all as well out there watching. So for everyone that is out there watching, thanks for tuning in here tonight. But before we get into qualifying, we need to go through the sponsors here for tonight's race. Of course, without further ado, those do include here for the race, Global Building Contractors, your presenting sponsor here for tonight. Make sure you head on over there and give them a like on their Facebook page. iRacing Drivers World, Dan Butler Designs, and of course Gold Cube coming on here recently. So make sure you check all of these great partners out on their social media sites. On the broadcast side of things, we wouldn't be here for 2018 if it wasn't for the following partners. And of course, 2018 coming to an end, we are looking to renew some of these and looking for other sponsors as well and partners to jump on board. But those do include Northwest Racing Series, your official one-to-go sponsor here for tonight's race. Walls Beard Co. Beard Balm, your official starting grid sponsor. SimSpeedShop.com, your one-stop shop for custom-made button boxes and e-brakes. Make sure you check them out for one or both of those items. iBog, iRacing Broadcast Overlay Graphics, the official overlay sponsor here for VRN. We use them, and you should too if you're looking to get into broadcasting or already in broadcasting and just need to up your ante there and get some nicer looking overlays. You wanted to just impress your leagues a little bit more, check them out at ibog.co. And coming on here real recently, just this past week, of course, the league you see here tonight, Racecore Online Racing League. If you're looking to get into some great racing, come on over and check them out. Obviously, you can't get in tonight, but you can definitely get in for their upcoming 2019 season. On Sundays, we'll be covering all of that racing action here live on Virtual Racing Network. That being said, minute 20 left on the clock. We're going to get to the national anthem, and we'll be right back with qualifying.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, Please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Qualifying is officially underway here. We're going to go to one of the new guys here. We're going to put qualifying up, and we're going to go ahead and put your driver bar up here so you know exactly who we are watching. It's Jason Allison in that number 28 machine. I guess we talked about iBog being one of our sponsors here. Well, there is the owner of iBog out here on the track here tonight. We'll see what kind of times he puts in. Mikey Neal out on the track as well. Damian Leininger, Sterling Smith, Brett Mesry, Josh Coley will probably come out. We'll see. He is here. Justin Starr, Jerry Glenn, Brett Mesry, Bryson Barker, Dan Butler, Brandon Young, Jim Locking. All these guys getting into their cars and getting going. And he's going to take a slow lap. Looks like he's going to opt to stay at the back. So let's switch over to Mikey Neal, who is not. He is going to go full speed ahead, and he's going to put in, he's going to come to a stop before he does. Bryson Barker, though, jumps to the top with a 29.485 for his fast lap. Right behind him, currently in second place, is James Zarello with a 29.502.017. Behind him, Damian Leininger in third in that number 3 Hooters machine tonight with a 29.520. Will he go and take it to the top? We'll see. Justin Starr currently fourth place with a 29.766 in that Fox machine. We'll see, can he do it? And we're going to see Jim Locking a jump to fourth, dropping a Justin Starr one spot with a 29.563 to fourth place for the 91 of Jim Locking. Jerry Green currently 29.775 to sixth place. Dan Butler is going to follow in right behind him in seventh with a 30.013. Brett Mesry right behind him with a 30.067, and Jason Allison with a 52.690. He is up to speed now, so we'll see if this lap should be a little bit faster, as it looked like he did slow down on his last lap, so we'll wait to see what that number 28 iBog machine is going to do here for tonight's racing qualifying. Mikey Neal, someone we look to see. He is currently out on the track. Jason Allison, 29.864. He goes up to 8th place here so far. Sam Crow to 9th with a 29.871. Mikey Neal has yet to put in a actual lap. He ran a 133. However, that lap is not being shown here as a valid lap. May have got into the outside wall. Or something. Something did not let that lap count, so we'll have to look. Alex Huffman, though, his teammate, to fourth place here in qualifying with a 29.553. Another blistering fast time for Alex Huffman, who has been proving lately that he is a force to be reckoned with here in this series. Let's take another look back here. We have two drivers that haven't put in laps. Brian L. Jones actually just put in a 32.351. Mikey Neal out on the track, but he he is on the apron again, so we'll see. He is getting up to speed once again. Brandon Young out on the track as well, and that number 51 Sun Drop Machine. We'll see what kind of time he puts in. Right there will be a 29.917 to put himself in 12th place. Again, 20 drivers here tonight. We have several that have not put in times just yet. We'll be watching to see Brandon Young can get a little bit faster. But currently, Bryson Barker with a 29.485 is your pole sitter for tonight's race. Will Mikey Neal top that? He's out on the track by himself now. Is this his lone qualifying? But we can see the sparks if someone hits the walls, but those cars do not affect every other person out here. So essentially, they're out there alone, even though we can kind of see remnants of other cars through iRacing. But he puts in a 29.398, and that will do it. Mikey Neal to the top here with the pole so far, with a sizable lead, too, by .086, as he will take it to the top of the charts, and he's going to take it to a stop there. That will do it so far. 12 seconds left on the clock. It is going to be Mikey Neal on pole. Jameer Muhammad did not have a valid lap. Josh Coley, John Van Rels, Trevor Graham, and David Gainforth not qualifying here tonight. That will do it. Qualifying is over. We'll go through your full grid here in just a few moments. We want to thank everybody for tuning in here tonight. Definitely, if you are new, hit that subscribe button and little bell to be notified of all upcoming events. And, of course, make sure you hit that thumbs up. And if you just really feel inclined, you can also share this link out there. Get everybody here. Trust me, this is going to be a great race. We are glad you are here watching, everyone that has turned out here. I know you got iBog, Jason Allison out there watching. We're going to drop down to the track here as we are going to go to the grid. And we're going to go ahead and go through this lineup here for you. As your front row here for tonight's race is going to be the 8 of Mikey Neal and the 84 of Bryson Barker. Row 2 is going to be the 13 of James Zarello and the 3 of Damian Leininger. Row 3 is going to be the 83 of Alex Huffman and the 91 of Jim Locking. Row 4 is going to be the 45 of Brandon Jones and the 51 of Brian Jones and Brandon Young. Sorry about that, Brian. Row 5 is going to be the 99 of Justin Starr and the 98 of Jerry Glenn. Row 6 is going to be the 70 of Sam Crow and the 21 of Dan Butler. Row 7 is going to be the 28 of Jason Allison and the 7 of Brett Meservey. Row 8 is going to be the 50 of Sterling Smith and the 2 of Jameer Muhammad. Row 9 is going to be the 33 of Josh Coley and the 78 of John Van Verellis. And rounding out the field here tonight in row 10 is going to be the 47 of Trevor Graham and the 101 of David Gainforth. That will do it here for tonight's starting grid as we are getting ready to get this thing started. The pace lights are off. That means we will go racing this time by. To get this started, we have 90 laps on the books. And we know they can make about 37 laps on fuel, barring we have no cautions. This could be a two-stop race, I think is what we'll have it into. Obviously, you can be squeezed, but it's going to be a two-stop race, I would imagine. My guess is we'll probably see them come in around lap 30 and make this a two-stop race, maybe 32 and make it two to secure that they have those extra few laps. 37 laps they can make. I am predicting around 30 to 32, probably 32. That would give you those extra just to give you some bonus fuel. So there it is. Pace car is off, and we are racing here for the first time. Green flag is in the air. Top 3 up on your ticker. Let's go racing. Mikey Neal out front with a little bit of a lead already here early in this race. Again, Mikey Neal is very quick. I don't expect anything less from him. James Lorello and Damian Leininger are battling with him back there. Alex Huffman, his teammate, sitting in 4th place, but 2nd place is becoming the battle between the 13 and the 3. Right now, the 13 of James Lorello does have the spot wrapped up. Damian Leininger is not giving it up either. Neither is Alex Huffman. He's going to be up into the mix here quickly. As you see right there, everyone pretty much single file out here because of the way Charlotte is, especially in turn 1. You cannot go too wide there. It's a kind of a dangerous spot in turn 1. You can easily get sideways if you enter too low, and if you're on the inside of somebody, it is a very, very bad spot to be. So we'll be watching that all night long here to see how it plays out for these guys, who puts it in the victory lane, and we'll know this time by who has the fastest lap. And so far, it's Mikey Neal here for lap 2, but will that change throughout the night? Again, when we started here earlier in practice, the sunset, it was there, sun was going down. It is now a night race. Track temp, 79 degrees. That will go up 3 mile per winds, or 4 mile per hour winds. Now it's going up to 5 and 6. So the wind is picking up here tonight out of the west as it's 7 miles per hour now. And it is getting faster and faster, now up to 8 miles per hour. Let's go a little ways back here to this group. We want to point out Jameer Muhammad back here in 10th place right now, racing with Justin Starr and Brett Meservey. You have league owner in the 99, Jameer Muhammad in the 2 of one of the winningest drivers in this series, and Brett Meservey, an actual racer in real life. So 3 different distinct little backgrounds coming together on one virtual racetrack here, and they are putting it together. It looks like Jameer is going to get to the inside of Justin Starr in that number 2 machine, and he will get by him, possibly. He's holding on. Let's look just in front of them. You got Jerry Glenn and Brandon Young battling side by side. Is this going to be the 98 of Jerry Glenn that looks to have the advantage on the inside? Will he be able to hold him? He does get by him, and I believe he will do it. He's going to hold him off here for 7th position. Let's go back again here just a little bit. They're all trying to get by the 51 of Brandon Young now. Justin Starr was able to hold off the 2 of Jameer Muhammad. What a run for Justin Starr to hold him off. That is a very fast driver. If you can hold him off, you are definitely doing something right here in this race. Here comes Brett Meservey. Tried to get in there, couldn't do it. The door got shut before he could get there, but that door has yet been opened again. Will he be able to close in and make something happen there? Not going to happen this time. We're going to go back here to Jason Allison, who this is only his 2nd race here with these guys. Started 13th. He's in 13th right now. He has not really gone up or down here early in this race, so we'll keep an eye. Go up to Jameer Muhammad, who started 16th. Sorry, he's in 9th now. So he has progressed quite a bit through this race, gaining several spots early in the race. And we'll go back up to the front because we see a battle starting to brew up here between Mikey Neal and James Lorello in the 13 and 2nd place. That gap was about 4 tenths to 5 tenths. It is now 2 tenths. It's actually pulling away a little bit now, 0.233, separating them now 0.20. So it looks like James Lorello may have a run here for Mikey Neal early in this race. Just checking things, make sure everything's good. Hopefully it all looks good for y'all out there and sounds good for y'all. I know we've been working on some stuff as we may turn those car sounds up just a little bit for y'all. They look a little low on our end. Hopefully good. And a caution is out for the first time. It is going to be Sam Crow in the 70, that Mom and Pop's machine. Let's go back and take a look. Here for the Global Building Contractors 12-week series, it's the 70 of Sam Crow, bringing out caution number 1. What happened here? He is in a whole host of cars. Something may have been a factor into this as well, as we see the 84 Bryson Barker right beside him. And I'm not sure if that was a playing factor. And a little bit of contact there. We'll take an aerial view from that too. Let's go back here just a little bit and see if we can get another view of that here from the blimp camera. As we have the trusty blimp camera right there. You see a little contact. That doesn't do it. The 84, Bryson Barker, trying to get by him, and right there, contact is made. Very little contact. No, definitely no aggressiveness going on. Just some hard racing, and definitely just got into his back bumper. So I would say just hard racing there. As we'll take a look, everybody's coming down pit road except for Jason Allison, who is going to stay out and lead some laps here tonight. He'll lead at least one, excuse me, as they come to the line. This time we'll see Mikey Neal coming to his pit stall, and it looks like a clean stall, but the 3 of Damian Leininger does have to back up on pit road as he was just a little bit too forward. And there you see everyone getting their services done here on pit road. And it's going to be Mikey Neal, James Zarello that are the first 2 out, followed by Alex Huffman are going to be your first 3 out of pit road. But again, that does not matter at all. If you go and look, as Jason Allison did not come down pit road this time. So he is going to stay out. We'll see if he comes in on this next time by, or if he is going to opt to stay out and run here on 11 lap tires. Well, one more time, we want to welcome everybody to the chat out there watching, who's ever watching live. Of course, if you're new, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the little bell to be notified of all upcoming events, as well as definitely hit the thumbs up if you like the race. This is the way to let us know, let the other drivers know, the fans know that you enjoyed the race here and the show they put on. And of course, if you just feel like it, feel free to share the link out there and let all your friends know you like it, and you can get them watching as well. But we got a nice crowd out here tonight, so definitely let us know who your favorite driver is tonight in chat. So type it in there and let us know, and we'll try to go and watch some of those drivers throughout the night. That being said, the lights are off. Jason Allison did come down pit road, so he did indeed lead a lap. Mikey Neal has led every other lap so far of this race. We'll see. Can he lead some more? As you can see, 2 identical paint jobs there between the 8 and the 83. Those teammates, just one red, one blue. But other than that, the paint jobs look identical, and they look good on these cars. Hopefully, we'll get a good shot of them. As you can see, a good shot right there. But we'll get a little closer than that with some of these camera angles here tonight. So welcome to Charlotte Motor Speedway. Is again, pace car dives off, and we are racing once again. We'll put the top 3 back up on your tickers. It's Mikey Neal, Alex Huffman, and James Zarello. After pit stops, Alex Huffman was able to get by James Zarello due to pit stops, so a good job for him to get by and take advantage of pit road to gain some positions. And he did take 4 tires and fuel, just had a little bit faster pit stop here. We'll see if he can run him down. So far, nobody's really been able to catch up to Mikey Neal. However, under a long green flag run, James Zarello was able to get up there to him. So we'll look to see. We want to go back here to 6th place with Jameer Muhammad, who currently has a really good run. He took advantage of pit road as well, gained from about 13th to 9th on green flag racing, and then under pit stops gained 3 more spots to go to 6th place from 9th. So what a run for him. He is doing a terrific job to fight his way through this field, and we know for a fact he'll be a force to be reckoned with later on into the race. He's just that good at what he does. I expect to see him just trucking forward little by little. He'll be working his way through this field. Looking a little above him, James Zarello here. He has his hands full with the 3 of Damian Leininger as they go side by side into turn 4. And it looks like it's going to be James Zarello that holds on to 3rd. But give it up for Damian Leininger, who definitely was giving him a run for his money, was not letting up. And he was making that position very difficult to hang on to. as we'll go back to Jim Locking here, who all he sees is a mirror full of blue, red, and white, as that is the Global Building Contractors number 2 of Jamir Muhammad running him down right now. Let's go on board here to the roll bar camera of Jamir Muhammad. This is what he sees in his car as you trying to get by the 91. It looks like he may do it going into turn 1. This could be very tricky. This is where you really see drivers come to life. Heck, how low he took it into turn 1 and didn't slide it at all. But he also was unable to make the pass here on the 91 of Jim Locking. So a very interesting scenario there that he was unable to get by him here, but now he's going to try to the high side, and we'll see if he can make that pass at the line. Not going to happen as we go back to our main camera. They're basically side by side, Jim Locking having a little bit of an advantage. But right now, you're watching Jamir Muhammad really, I wouldn't say struggle, but he is just trying to find a line that he can get by on, and none of them are working right now, but he may have made the pass here as he goes to the inside. This is for 5th position, and he does have him. Can he hold him off till the line, though, and secure that spot? And he does hold it for the line, but he is nowhere near clear for that spot. Jim Locking still there, and then right behind them is someone we talked about a little bit earlier, Bryson Barker, battling in this group. So this is a battle for 5th position right now between 3 different cars, and it is a really good battle between 3 fast drivers at that. Again, just to recap, it's the 91 of Jim Locking on the outside, closest to you there, followed by the 2 of Jamir Muhammad and the 84 of Bryson Barker. All 3 of them battling, and it looks like there you have it. Both of them, Bryson Barker and the 84 and the 2 of Jamir Muhammad, are going to get by the 91 of Jim Locking. I'm not sure, maybe he may have just conceded those spots there just to save tires. But again, we knew they can make about 37 laps on fuel. They have about 10 now, so essentially everyone pitted 10 laps ago here on lap 10. So that cut this race down to 80 laps. So I would imagine this could get very interesting. It's still in the range of a 2-stop race. If we were to have a caution here, here in the next 2 or 3 laps, this could be a 1-stop race from that point on. Green flag stops anyway. If we have a caution here in the next 2 to 5 laps, that would secure it down to a 1-stop race under green flag conditions. So we'll see how this one plays out. But we are already on lap 22 of 90 here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. This is, of course, the Global Building Contractors 12-week series. As somebody back there having some connection issues, it looks like maybe they'll get it sorted out. And I want to point out that Trevor Graffam did not start here as the 20th driver, so he is currently 21 laps. Jason Allison, not sure when he went a lap down here, but he is 1 lap down now. Again, had a pretty good start. Started 13th, but did gain a few spots and was actually leading some laps after the pit stops. But now is currently 1 lap down, and he has actually made 2 pit stops, so I'm not sure. I don't see any damage, and they don't have any fast repairs, so I'm not sure what caused him to have to come back down pit road all by himself. But here come the leaders. They may put him a 2nd lap down before this is all over. Mikey Neal, your actual race leader, is not in this main group, as he is kind of checked out from them by 0.916 seconds. However, it is once again James Zarello to the inside of Alex Huffman. We talked about James Zarello being the one that was able to reel in Mikey Neal earlier, but still was not able to get by him. So we'll see, can he get by him this time as he's taking it to the inside of the 83 of Alex Huffman. Behind him is Damian Laniger, Jamir Muhammad, and Bryson Barker, also trying to make something happen here as well. Is Jamir Muhammad going by the 3 of Damian Laniger, and Bryson Barker going to try to fill the hole as well and sneak by him. Whoever it happens to be, as they're 2 wide going down the back stretch there. I thought we were going to make it 3 for a second, but once again we have a 3-way battle going on this time for 4th position, and a side-by-side battle for 2nd position as they come to the line. It's going to be Alex Huffman on the outside that holds on to 2nd place, but trust me, it is not by much, and there goes James Thorello. Oh, they get so close. I thought they were going to touch there for a minute, but they didn't. They kept it off of each other. Two very fast racers as Damian Leininger in that 3 back there scrapes the wall just a little bit. Here comes the 2 of Jameer Muhammad to the inside. This is perfect scenario for Jameer Muhammad. Those 2 in front of him, Alex Huffman and James Zarello, have battled side by side, and that's given him the opportunity to get by the 84. And now look at him taking advantage of those 2 racing, slowing down, getting when they were side by side, and he has passed James Zarello for 3rd place. And now he's going to try to run down the 83 of Alex Huffman for 2nd place so he can get up there to the lead. And, oh, James Zarello gets to the back bumper of Jameer Muhammad, gets him loose. What a save for Jameer Muhammad in that 2 machine as he almost had that car spun around. He does have damage now as they go 3 wide to the line, and now he's got to try to get back to where he was, but this time he has damage to that back spoiler. That's going to cost him time. So we'll keep an eye on that battle as well. We're going to go back here and check in with some of these guys because we don't want to forget about these guys. They're putting on a good battle as well. Another 3-way battle right now. Jim Locking for 7th place in that 91 and the 98 of Jerry Glenn and the 45 of Brian Jones. We cannot forget about these guys back here because they are battling as well. And right behind them, you got Justin Starr and Josh Coley are battling bumper to bumper. They were side by side just a little while ago, but they have kind of single filed out. And if they can stay single filed, they may catch this group of 3 ahead of them before you know it. So this could get very interesting to see if they can. But again, just little groups all over this field. As you got to go a little bit back here. Nothing going on with David Gainforth at the moment. Brett Meservey back in his field a little bit. He started 14th. He's fallen to 15th. But he has been as high as 10th place earlier in this race. Sterling Smith and Brandon Young pretty much by themselves on the track right now. Of course, Jason Allison currently 1 lap down. Sam Crow coming down pit road just now as he does have a little bit of damage there, and you see he can't get it fixed. He's 2 laps down at the moment. And there is your race leader, who we have not talked about too terribly much here tonight. He has said, see you later, checked out from this field by 2.2 seconds that time at the line. Oh, that's why we haven't talked about Mikey. It's not because he ain't doing good or not here. Oh, as he scrapes the wall, it's because he's so far ahead of this field, he has nobody around him here at the moment. So, definitely interesting to see that he is so far ahead. Considering this is a fixed setup, that shows how good he is here on this setup right now. As he crosses the line, and there is the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th behind him of James Zarello, Bryson Barker, Alex Huffman, Jameer Muhammad, and Damian Leininger all battling. So far, we have had only 2 cautions, I believe it was. Oh no, 1 caution, sorry. 1 caution for 1 lap. That does not seem accurate for some reason. But we'll run with it here. 2 lead changes. Right back, folks. Alright, sorry about that, folks. Had a emergency here in the house. Had to take care of. We are back. Caution is out for Justin Starr in the 99. So, losing my voice here a little bit because of that emergency. So, let's go back and take a look and see what happened here to the 99 of Justin Starr. And it gets the outside wall, collects the 33 of Josh Coley. And that will bring out the caution here. We are going to step away to a quick commercial break. We will be right back. Again, apologize, had a emergency there we had to take care of. But we will be right back. Alright, we are back, ladies and gentlemen, and we apologize again for that little break there. Just all of a sudden, we were smelling some smoke, and come to find out, the VRN kitchen stove was on fire, so we do apologize for that. We hopefully got that put out here, and we are back. We don't want to miss too much of the race. But that is why for that brief moment we were not on the mic, so we do apologize for that. That was the emergency we had to take care of, so we do apologize. Hopefully our breath is back in us here as we are ready to get started once again. Of course, we want to thank everyone one more time for showing up here tonight for this race. Of course, if you are new, hit the subscribe button and hit that little bell to be notified of all upcoming events. And, of course, the thumbs up if you like the race. And if you want to, we don't ask it. There is a donation link that pops up, and you could donate if you want. It helps to keep us going here on VRN. Completely optional, but we don't push it. We just are glad you're here watching tonight, as hopefully you are enjoying this race. As you see, the lights are off on the pace car, which means we will go racing this next time by. Alright, pace car is off, and that means there it is. Green flag is out. We are racing once again here. It looks like we've got our breath back from that incident we had going on. Again, we do apologize for that brief moment we were not here. But Mikey Neal gets a good jump. Let's go back to second, third place. Bryson Barker, Jameer Muhammad, James Varello. As it looks like Sam Crow is now out of the race here. We're doing some catch-up on our own here. Looks for Alex Huffman is who we want to talk about. He's back here now in 11th place after pit stop, so he has fallen back, had a 21.2 second stop. That is why he had a short stop there to on pit road, so or a long stop here compared to some of these others. So that is why he's further back in the field. Let's go up here though to the lead, as it is Mikey Neal that's out front. Justin Starr is currently one lap down. There he is, and now one lap officially down. He was on the tail end of the lead lap there for a minute. Justin Starr trying to hang on to the lead lap, and so far it is not happening, as he will go that lap down, and he's got two cars trying to get by him here. The two of Jameer Muhammad is going to get by him. Bryson Barker to the inside as well. Justin Starr hanging on there, trying to get his lap back. He would love to get the lucky dog if the caution was to come out. We are now 5 laps away from the halfway point here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, and it has been a terrific run so far for these guys. Again, it's really good for Mikey Neal, who's led 39 laps. Jason Allison, and the only other driver to lead a lap so far here tonight, and that was under caution flag conditions, as he did not go in and pit right away. He stayed out, led that lap, and now he is currently back in 13th place at the moment. We'll take a look a little further back here. James Varello and Damian Leininger currently battling for 4th position, as they are bumper to bumper here going into turn 1. And it looks like they are going to make it safely through there. Let's go a little further back here, as you have Brian Jones battling with, it looks like the 98 there of Jerry Glenn. As those two, you see Justin Starr falling through. He's a lap down right now. He wants to get his lap back, but just currently not happening at the moment. He needs that caution to come out so he could, as he is currently, I say that, if we can find the 99 on our list. And there he is, back in 18th place, 1 lap down. So he is indeed trying to hang on there. That's definitely needs that caution to get that lap back. As right now it's just not looking like it's going to happen at this moment. While we have had a few cautions, 2 cautions for 5 laps, 2 different lead changes here tonight. Mikey Neal still out front leading this race, and he has led most of it so far. So we'll see, can Jameer Muhammad get to him and make the pass here, as we are at the halfway point, this time by at the line. He's been doing a good job so far of working his way through this field. Again, Jameer Muhammad did not qualify, started in 16th place, and here he is running in 2nd. That goes to show you just how good he is, as he's running down the 8 of Mikey Neal. Right behind him, of course, let's take a look at our top 5 drivers at this point in the race. It is Mikey Neal in the 8, Jameer Muhammad in to 2nd in the 2, the 84 of Bryson Barker in 3rd, the 13 of James Zarello in 4th, and the 3rd place is Damian Leininger, or 5th place is Damian Leininger in the 3 car. Again, the question is who will put it in victory lane here tonight. We really don't know at this point as to who will be winning this. It looks like it's probably going to be Mikey Neal or Jameer Muhammad, but you can't count out Bryson Barker, James Zarello, even Damian Leininger, who's been putting on a terrific run here tonight. Oh, we definitely, we're not cooking a pizza, though, but that would probably be something we would do around here. But either way, we get back to the racing here. As still losing my voice a little bit because the smoke is strong around here. But Bryson Barker putting on a great run here, as we are past the halfway point at this point. So we'll see how this one goes. If we have another caution, if we don't, we're 12 laps into this stint. When we get to lap 17 of this stint, they could then do 30 more laps. So They could maybe try to sneak it out on fuel. We'll see once we get closer to the end of this race how that fuel strategy is going to work out for these guys. Again, we knew they could make 37 laps on fuel, but that has completely changed since we've seen these cautions. So it's going to change things up a little bit. I still think we're going to have to pit again. They may not. That's something we'll have to look into once this race continues in, because right there it's 40 laps to go. So there you have it, 40 laps to go. 40 laps to go this time by. So they will have to pit again, as they've already got 14. So this is going to be a one-stop race if we stay green. And now that the math is a little easier to just make here, as we've been scatterbrained here ever since the last little incident there. But 40 laps to go. They can only make 37. They've been out here for 15 already. So they will have to pit. They can do this in one more stop. If they get a caution here in the next 10 laps, then we know they can make it the rest of the way on fuel. So, we could have different scenarios. If a caution comes out here in the next 10 laps, or in 10 to 11 laps, they would all come down, top off on fuel, get tires, and be good till the end of this race. If not, they're probably going to split this halfway down the middle. 2020 would be my guess. So we'll see. They'll probably do about 36 laps this stint, come in with about 20 to go, and come back out on this track. Again, that is our best educated guess as to how they are going to break this up. But we will definitely have to just kind of wait and see what these drivers are going to do here, as we have battles pretty much all over the place right now. Mikey Neal still out front. That's why we're watching this front group, as Jamir Muhammad's still trying to run him down, and that front four have really pulled away from this field. Mikey Neal, Jamir Muhammad, Bryson Barker, and James Zarello, as James Zarello does get by Bryson Barker to take third place away. We'll go ahead and put your top three back up there that we had taken down. So let's go back and check in here with Alex Huffman, who's in 7th place right now. He's trying to get by the 91 of Jim Locking as he's fighting his way through this field and doing a terrific job of it so far. Although he was, again, earlier he was higher up in the top three, as you see second was his highest, started 5th. It's been as, I'm not sure, probably about as low as 6th, 7th. He's in 6th place right now. So he saw him at 10th earlier. I'm not sure why that lowest is not showing up. But he is trying to fight his way back to the front of this field. Meanwhile, let's go up to the front here. As you see, 0.283 seconds separate Mikey Neal and James Zarello. James Zarello is going to get by Jamir Muhammad for 2nd place. Again, I really thought James Zarello had a shot at the win here tonight. And here he is showing us why we thought that earlier, as he is now currently in 2nd place, getting by Bryson Barker and Jamir Muhammad. So we're going to watch this lead battle for a little bit, as we'll watch that gap, 0.166 seconds separating them. Will that gap shrink here as they come to the line? 0.133, it has indeed shrunk. James Zarello looking to the inside, 0.1 seconds behind. Will he be able to make a move here as they come into turn 1? He's looking to the high side. Now it's back down to 0.133, so he's got to make a move here, and it's probably going to have to be to the inside, which means he's going to have to try to fake out the 8 of Mikey Neal if he wants to get by him and make that pass. And Mikey Neal's not just going to let him have it, so he's going to have to definitely fight for every position he wants to get. We'll see here, and we'll see. That battle's still there. We're going to keep an eye on it. Meanwhile, though, as we see Justin Starr coming back down pit road, so is Josh Coley, as they're coming down here just about on lap 60, lap 57. So you do the math, 60, 70, 80, 90. That would be 33-ish laps to go. So they can make it on fuel, but they both have damage from earlier incidents. So they're going to come down here. A couple of laps down for Justin Starr, 2 laps down, and 1 lap down for Josh Coley, as he's going to get back out on to the track here. I'll see if he can hang on to that lap, as him and Justin Starr going out together. Again, Justin Starr got into the outside wall earlier, came down and collected the 33 with him. both of them going down pit road. And we have a wreck, but no caution, as we have the 87 stuck into the wall. And we also have David Gainforth spinning on the track. Still no caution coming out. There's cars coming. There it is. Caution is out. Let's go back and take a look. What happened here between the 101 of David Gainforth and the 78 of John Van Varelis, as we have cars around them as well. Dan Butler and Brett Meservy. And no, I thought they might have collided there. Oh, right there. The 87 comes down, gets the 101, and hammers him again extremely hard. And then you also see the 78. That car will not turn right there and actually gets hung in the fence. Oh, that will bring out the caution once again here, as Mikey Neal is leading this race. So we're going to step away here to a quick commercial break, and we will be right back. All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. As you see the pit exit cone getting knocked around, I'm not sure. Looked like Mikey Neal hit it. I'm not sure if that's going to be an unsafe pit exit or not. But the cone was hit. So let's pull Mikey Neal up here and see. I'm not sure if that's going to give him one or not, and we cannot pull him. So unfortunately, we cannot talk to him. So let's pull Alex Huffman up real fast, and we'll talk to him just to get a driver's point of view of that and see if we know. Alex Huffman, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
Well, we were going to pull Mikey, but he seems to not be on the radio. So we were just getting a driver's view of it. We saw Mikey hit the cone. Is that going to be an unsafe pit exit or not?
No, he seems fine to me right now. He's just a little bit upset he didn't win that race off pit road. That's about all I know.
Well, we were wondering if it was going to be, but obviously you would know, being the driver's side of things here, that obviously it's not going to be. But while we have you here, we got a little bit of time. You're sitting in, I believe, 5th place right now is where it's scoring you. So we had an emergency. Our oven caught on fire during the race, but we are back now. So what happened on that last caution to keep you? We saw you took a 21-second pit stop.
I had somebody drive through my stall, and I missed my stall. The pit sign boards aren't showing up, so I was too far forward, and my pit crew started to do work, and then all of a sudden they dropped the jack that said too far forward, and I had to back up, and I just lost plenty of spots, but I'm back up in 5th at least right now.
Well, definitely we look to see you back up there. Looked like you had a fast car, and the lights should be going off. So any shout-outs you want to give before we get you back down there?
Gotta give a shout-out to my friends and family watching, and you guys for broadcasting this. Hope it's on show.
Oh, definitely a good show, and hopefully we'll talk to you later tonight. All right, that was the 83 of Alex Huffman in that's 5th position right now as the lights are off. So we will go racing this next time by. as things are getting ready to go here. Looks like Sterling Smith having some connection issues there. And as of right now, it looks like Justin Starr 2 laps down. Josh Coley got his lap back. David Gainforth 4 laps down. John Van Verwillis currently 5 laps down. And then, of course, you have Sam Crow out of the race. Trevor Graffam did not start. We are set to go racing one more time. James Zarello going to be your race leader here this time. Hopefully everybody's enjoying the race here. Again, hit that thumbs up if you have. And if you're new, hit the subscribe button and bell to be notified of all upcoming events. We have plenty of them coming up. One more race this week, and then we're off till Sunday. But then we have that race, and then we are actually off all week for Christmas. So we hope everyone has a Merry Christmas, of course. And we are back to racing once again here at Charlotte Motor Speedway under the lights, as it is a nice, cool night here. Track temp 78 degrees. Your air temp 77, 9 miles per hour winds, now 10 as it just keeps going up. 11, 12 mile per hour winds out of the northwest. Here for tonight's race, James Zarello. What a run he's having now. Jamir Muhammad ahead of Mikey Neal at the moment. Mikey Neal coming to the inside. Can he make the pass here for second place? Can he get back to the front? You heard it there. He's a little disappointed he didn't beat James Zarello off pit road. And here he is, may lose second place to Jamir Muhammad, as it seems like they've come to life here in the second half of this race. We're on lap 65 of 90, which means we got about 25 laps to go here in this race. Fuel strategy is out of this race. If anybody comes down, it will strictly be for tires. They do not need any more fuel for the remainder of this race. So we'll see if they come down. It will be for tires if we have a caution. If we don't have a caution, you will not see these drivers come back down pit road at all. And they may not come down anyway, even if they get a caution, as they may want that track position. We'll see. We'll talk to someone if a caution comes out. What's more important, track position or tires? Having those fresh Goodyears on this car, or being up front where you can control the start of this race? But you're watching second place right now, or battle for it anyway, between Mikey Neal and Jamir Muhammad. Right now, Mikey Neal has him on the inside, but he just can't quite complete it. He goes a little bit below that white line, and he will slide up. Jamir Muhammad having to go up just a little bit, or they may have made contact there. What a race between two of the fastest and winningest drivers here in Racecore Online Racing League, as it is Mikey Neal and Jamir Muhammad. James Zarello, though, sitting back saying, keep doing it, boys. Keep racing side by side. The more you do it, the more I pull away. Right now, this is really benefiting him, as he is getting to pull away here. We have somebody slowing down on the track. That was Justin Starr, only running about 130, so a little off pace here, as the caution does come out once again. And we'll see who it is for this time, as I don't see anybody off pace. And we'll see, maybe that was for Justin Starr. I don't believe so, though. So let's go back and take a quick look. I don't think this was for Justin Starr, as we're going to keep an eye on the entire field to see exactly what brought this caution out. As no, it's a little further up here somewhere. Somebody bringing out the caution, but we're just not sure who it is. Looks like maybe the 51 of Brandon Young, possibly. No, the 50 of Sterling Smith. Let's go back and take a look at that again. See if that was the case. No, it was Brett Meservy, possibly. Let's go back one more time. It was a white car, we know that, so it was either the 3 or the 7 of Brett Meservy, or the 3 of Damian Leininger. That brought out the caution. The question is, did they have any help in doing so? And there you see it. It was the 7 of Brett Meservy. Let's go back and go to the blimp view. Did he have help from the 28 of Jason Allison here? And so we're about to see right here, coming into turn 4, or turn 1 is where all of this happened. Right there, he did have contact between the 28 of Jason Allison. He does lift and ends up getting it to the wall himself to try and get off of him. And what a save for Brett Meservy to not spin that car around any further than he already did, as we'll go back to live And no surprise that we did have people come down at pit road as they want those fresh tires. This was not a fuel strategy, as they they probably topped off on fuel, but they didn't need to. They wanted those tires. As we are under caution, Brandon Young did not come down pit road. He is going to stay out on the track, and we'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
Alfala is $10,500 richer. Two-time NASCAR athlete is your 2013 NASCAR iRacing. It's going to be Humpy winning the race, and it's going to be Conti taking away his first NASCAR 2017 NASCAR Peak Free Series Championship to Ryan Luza. Alfala is a four-time champion of the NASCAR Peak Free's iRacing Series.
All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. This should be possibly the last caution of the night. We'll see. They will start ramping it up a little bit more, but this will be the last time we plug it here tonight. Again, if you're new, hit that subscribe button and bell. If you like the racing here tonight, we're borderline right there, double digits. We're on at 9 thumbs up. Let's see if we can get it to 10, possibly 15. I know we got the fans out there to do it, and we appreciate you all out there watching. So definitely, if you like the racing here tonight, give it a thumbs up and let us know. Let the league know and all these drivers know you are thrilled with the racing they have put on here for tonight. And, of course, if you just like the quality of the broadcast here, as we obviously strive to bring you the best racing stream possible. We try to be #1 here on iRacing. Of course, it's a struggle. We do a lot of work behind the scenes to get here, but we are very glad when y'all are happy with the way everything looks. Again, if it wasn't for the fans and these drivers, we wouldn't be here doing this. So we are here for y'all to bring you quality broadcasting here on VRN. Speaking of quality, we're about to see some quality racing once again as the green flag is back out once again. James Lorello back to the lead as while we were at the commercial break, our current leader did come down pit road and take tires. But right now, Damian Leininger, Bryson Barker are battling side by side, and we're going to start seeing these guys get closer and closer together. They're going to start pushing issues they weren't pushing earlier. They were kind of laid back earlier in this race. Tonight, now not gonna be the case. These guys are gonna really start amping up here and ramping it up just a little bit because this is kind of the go time here as you're coming up on lap 80 here in 7 laps or 6 laps. We'll be on lap 80. Of course, we'll be completing lap 80. It'll be 6 laps or 7 laps. But, of course, that would give us 10 laps to go. We're just about at 15 laps to go in this race, which means it is go time. There is no holding back here from this point on, especially when we get 10 to go, 5 to go. You cannot hold back anything, as Bryson Barker is definitely not doing that. He is trying to run down James Lorello here to get that lead. And some of these guys may be wishing here, let's get another caution in a few laps. Let me get some fresh tires and take another stab at this, as some of them have already started to fall off here. Alex Huffman, one that I thought would be up a little higher right now, Jameer Muhammad currently sitting in 5th position, trying to get by Damian Leininger for 4th. Meanwhile, Mikey Neal, who led 59 laps earlier tonight, he is not in the front right now. Excuse me. He is currently in 3rd position. Bryson Barker 2nd, James Zarello 1st. And, of course, we've had 4 different leaders here. Mikey Neal, 59. James Zarello, 14. Jason Allison, 1. Brandon Young, 1. We've had 4 different leaders, 5 different lead changes. Your fastest lap was from Jameer Muhammad on lap number 40 with a 29.532, as he is currently, again, sitting back in 5th position, trying to get to the front. So we have a nice little battle going on for your front 3 right now between the Lorello, Barker, and Neal, as it looks like Bryson Barker may have something here for James Zarello in these closing laps, as they will come by the complete lap 77 right about there in the tri-ovals. They're on lap 78, 3 laps away, and we will have 10 laps to go. When that says 81, we will have 10 laps to go. Again, I know you're probably familiar with racing, but for the ones that are not out there, that are just tuning in this, maybe the first, second time, you don't know a whole lot about racing, if there's any out there, it may say 80, and of 90, that means there's actually 11 laps to go, because, of course, they have to complete that 90th lap. So technically, it would be 10 to go when it says lap 81 of 90. Let's go back side by side. Is Damian Leininger and Jameer Muhammad. Jameer Muhammad trying to get by him on the inside, and he can't quite complete the pass. You also have Jerry Glenn and Alex Huffman battling side by side, as there you have it. Jameer Muhammad was able to take 4th place from Damian Leininger. Can Alex Huffman get by Jerry Glenn? He is ahead of him at the moment, but can he hold on to it? He needs to clear him if he wants to get by him here and hold on to that position. So some of these drivers having disappointing runs here tonight. Justin Starr, Josh Coley, 2 of them had really good runs earlier. We're working this way through the field, and the incident has pushed both of them further back than where they probably would have finished here in tonight's race. Jason Allison somehow went a lap down earlier, but he's back on the lead lap right now in 9th position in that number 28 machine. As we'll see, we're going to go back up to the front here. There it is, 10 laps to go here in this race, as the top 3 is where we're watching right now. This is where it's starting to get very exciting. There is 0.2, now 0.316 seconds separating first from third, as that is not a gap. You can, a very big gap anyway. You can see them all right there on your screen, and we'll see. Somebody is probably going to try to make a move here. Again, if we get down to 5 laps to go and a caution comes out, this race would be over. Oh, contact with James Zarello, hits the wall, and that is going to bring out the caution. We will go racing again, and major contact with the outside wall. Did he have help is the question. Let's go back and take a look here from the blimp camera. I believe he just got the outside wall right there. He collects it. Then the 84 gives him a push. The 84, of course, Bryson Barker did nothing wrong. Upside down he goes and just barely gets clipped by Jason Allison, leading the race all by himself. Let's go on board with him really quick here, as we will go to the roll bar camera and go on board right there. Smacks the wall, gets a push, and bam, into the outside wall. Upside down he goes, and James Zarello's race comes to an end just like that. That is very unfortunate. He will roll the car, but it has got heavy damage and smoking. So your leader, and that will call it, his night is over. Bryson Barker, now your race leader, but he has damage. This may hand the lead back to Mikey Neal. As Mikey Neal coming back down pit road. Everybody, no, they're faking it. Nobody's coming down. Nobody got caught in the little trickery there. As it is right now Bryson Barker with damage. That is your race leader. And I don't think we have a Bryson Barker here to talk to. If we did, we would bring him up here, but we do not have Bryson Barker to talk to. That is unfortunate. Definitely an unfortunate deal for James Zarello leading this race. He led 20 laps and just of his own doing gets into the outside wall. And then, of course, Bryson Barker has nowhere to go but right into his back bumper and just punts him once again. Again, we say he punts him. It was no wrongdoing of the 84. He had absolutely nowhere to go. He had less than a tenth off of him. And there was just nowhere to go but into his back bumper after he got that outside wall. Luckily for Mikey Neal, he was able to avoid all of that. But that will give the lead to Bryson Barker, but he does have quite a bit of damage. Will he be able to hold off Mikey Neal or Jamir Muhammad? That will be directly behind him. So will Damian Leininger. So that is something we're going to have to see. With the less than 10 laps to go, they're not going to come down pit road. We already knew that. And welcome, Edgy, to the chat. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I saw you over on the Max Speed TV chat earlier for the Newark race. So welcome over here to VRN. Of course, we are good buddies with Max Speed TV over there. So we used to be on that channel, but here we're on our own channel now. But good buddies with Rudy over there at Max Speed TV, as well as KR and the rest of the crew. So welcome over here to chat. Again, we want to, of course, we do it on the cautions. I didn't think we'd have another one. If you are new, of course, make sure you hit that subscribe button and bell. You'll be notified of all upcoming events. And if you like the racing here tonight, even though we're in the last 5 laps here, we're going to be going green with about 4 to go. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button and let us know. Let these drivers know and all the other fans know that you enjoyed tonight's race. And, of course, definitely, if you can, share the link out there. And share it out to all your buddies so they can come and watch it once it's done as well. So that being said here, we got, again, 6 laps to go. Going to be 5 to go at the line. And it looks like we are going to go green with 4 laps to go. All right, lights are off. You see 5 laps to go on the ticker. And, of course, means 4 to go when we go racing. There on the backstretch, getting ready. The $1 million question here now is, can Bryson Barker hold off Mikey Neal, Jamir Muhammad, Damian Leininger, Alex Huffman? All these guys have been up front all night long. Jerry Glenn, can they hold off these, or can he hold off these very fast drivers? Keep in mind, I think he could have. I'm not 100% sold that he can now with that damage. As you see right there, it is crunched up in the front pretty good after getting into the back of James Zarello in the 13 after James Zarello got into the outside wall. No, I'm not sold that he can hold him off, but we're about to find out as the green flag is back in the end. A huge pile up at the start, and caution is out, and that will do it here for the race. What a saving grace for Bryson Barker here tonight. Let's go back. Somebody didn't get going on the restart. Let's take a look and see what happened. As we'll have to go back a little bit more here. Let's go to the blimp camera. You're watching, I believe it's going to be the 3 of Damian Leininger. I think he spun the tires and turned it sideways. That is what we're going to be looking for, right? Oh, maybe it was the 8 that spun him. I'm not sure. A lot of stuff going haywire there. Let's go back and take another look at this. Maybe Mikey Neal didn't get him going and checked up the field. I'm not sure. We're going to have to dissect this here a little bit. Oh, I'm not sure. Not sure if Mikey Neal didn't get going or if the 3 just tried to guess the start and missed it, got into the back of him, and then it was on from there. They still have 3 laps to go. Let's take one more look at this. We'll take a look again. Watch the 8. I think the 3 just tried to guess at the start and missed it poorly and gets into the back of the 8, and then the 2, I think it was kind of separated there, as that's going to be the race-ending caution. As there you have it, back up to live, 3 laps to go, as that will give the win to Bryson Barker. And, of course, second place will go to Mikey Neal, and Jerry Glenn will take third place here. So let's get a driver up here real fast while we talk to him, as these guys are coming to a stop. All right, here. Let's see who we can pull up here, as they are going awfully slow on this track right now. I believe they're waiting on the pace car. I'm not sure what they're waiting on. Oh, yeah, that is there. They were waiting on the pace car. JT, that very well could have been. It's just a crazy restart there. And speaking of which, we are going to get Mikey Neal up here real fast here and see if we can get a quick word in with him. Mikey Neal, you got a copy?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Well, we're trying to figure out exactly what happened there. We're not sure if somebody got into the back of Jameer, or if the 3 tried to jump the start and missed, or if you spun the tires. You might have heard radio chatter and been in there. What exactly happened on that restart?
Well, at least from my point of view, so the only thing I was really paying attention, Bryson's going to go, he read the engine once, and I kind of jumped on it a little bit, but it was fine. And then he went right after, and I timed it perfect. And then all I know is I just got rear-ended, and, everything just broke loose from there. And the Damien did come across the radio and apologize, so I would have to look at it myself. But from my point of view, I actually got a pretty good start there, and, things happen. I did get 4X from it, unfortunately, but, racing's racing, and luckily we got P2 tonight.
You did, and we got questions to ask you, but we'll ask you here in a minute, as we'll be talking to you in the post-race show. But we won't even get into any shout-outs, because we know we'll be talking to you. But we'll get you down there, and we'll be talking to you here in just a few minutes.
All right, see you guys.
All right, there you have it. That was the 8's point of view of Mikey Neal of what happened there on that restart. Regardless of who's at fault, it was a crazy restart, and it caused the caution. White flag is in the air with the yellow, as your last lap here, your final lap, presented by Northwest Racing Series here for the Global Building Contractors 12-week series. And that will do it here. We can't say the unofficial results until they cross the line, but they are pretty much set in stone, unless somebody was to blow up or something and could not make it to the start-finish line. But they're in turn 2 now, going down the backstretch, so it's just half a lap away from declaring, unofficially anyway, that Bryson Barker will be your race winner. So that is a huge saving grace, in my opinion, here for Bryson Barker. I don't know if he could have held off Mikey Neal if they would have raced this out. Mikey Neal had a very fast car, and so did Bryson Barker, but he didn't have that damage that the 84 had later in this race. So we'll be waiting to see here if we get to talk to him, as there is the checkered flag being waved. Unfortunately, the pace car is going to lead him to the line, as that will do it right there. Your race winner here tonight is going to be the 84 of Bryson Barker, putting it in victory lane here on week number 10 of the Global Building Contractors 12-week series. We'll go ahead and go through your unofficial race results. Getting the win here tonight is going to be the 84 of Bryson Barker, followed by the 8 of Mikey Neal. Third place will be the 98 of Jerry Glenn. Fourth place will be the 28 of Jason Allison. And fifth place will be the 91 of Jim Locking. Sixth place will be Alex Huffman. Seventh place, Brett Mesvey. Eighth place, Dan Butler. Ninth place, Josh Coley. 10th place, Sterling Smith. 11th place, Justin Starr. 12th place, Brandon Young. 13th place, Jameer Muhammad. 14th place, Damian Leininger. And 15th place will be Brian Jones. 16th, we'll go to James Zarello. 17th, we'll go to David Gainforth. 18th, John Van Rellis. And 19th, we'll go to Sam Crow. And, of course, 20th place be Trevor Graffam, who did not start here for tonight's race. That will do it for your unofficial race results. We'll be right back here in just a few moments with your top 3 drivers here in the post-race show. All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen, here, and unfortunately, we don't have our race winner to talk to, so we are substituting that. We're going to go with fourth, third, and second, if I can currently count, and never mind, we do have him, so unfortunately, Jason, we're going to have to bring him down, but that will put us back to third place. But we'll give a shout out there to Jason anyway, even though I thought we were going to talk to him, but we're not now. So congrats on fourth place there, Jason. But getting a third place here tonight, that is going to be what we kind of refer to as the rookie of the series. Definitely not a rookie with a 2,000 I rating and an A-Class 2.18. But that is the 98 of Jerry Glenn. Started 10th. Finished third place here. Didn't lead any laps, but had a heck of a run all night long. So first off, you're new to the series here, new to Racecore as far as I am aware anyway. So to come in here and probably what is your second race, I do believe, maybe third, and to get a top 3 finish, how does that feel knowing that there are some really good drivers in here?
Yeah, it feels good. Like you said, there's a lot of good talent here. So anytime you can finish in top 5, top 3, you've done something.
Definitely. We watched you all race long, and it doesn't show your lowest, but other than 10th, I think you pretty much hung around in the top 5 pretty much all night long. So how was the car handling out here? This is a fixed setup here. Of course, it went from sunset to complete dark here. The lights came on. So how did the car handle for you under the lights here? And especially, we had some people getting into the outside wall. Did this car want to push out?
That's an understatement. It definitely is tight. This isn't one of my favorite tracks here. I have a tendency to probably overdrive it a little bit, getting the throttle a little bit too soon. So that's where I think I was losing a lot of ground. But yeah, definitely when you go to get back in the throttle, it wants to push out on you and not turn like you would like it to.
Well, it definitely has a tendency to do that here. But you overcame that to finish in third place here tonight. So do you have any sponsors and a shout out you want to give for that third place finish?
Of course, the iRacing Drivers World, Global Builders Contractors, and Gold Cube. Some of my own sponsors, HD Motorsports and Ed's Race Paints. I'd like to say shout out to Alex Huffman. A lot of clean, good racing there towards the end. It was bad, kind of bad the way it finished there. I think the 3 car may have taken 2 tires on that last pit stop, which I think caused him to spin the tires on that last restart. Unfortunate, but I'll take third.
Well, third place, definitely a solid finish, and congrats on that solid finish in third place. Finishing in second place here tonight, that is Mikey Neal in the number 8 machine. Started first, fell as low as 4th only, never fell out of the top 5, and of course finished in second place. The question is, we know you led 59 laps. Had that last caution not come out, do you think you had enough to get by Bryson Barker, especially seeing how he had damage to the front of his car?
I don't know. I mean, I was really good at the beginning, but I don't know why. I just kept kind of losing time over and over. Really inconsistent with my lines, and definitely hurt me tonight. And definitely the cautions also hurt me. I had a pretty good car, but then when I went into pits, I lost it. I lost the lead. It was I had a good pit stop, but I didn't have a great one. I lost it, and that's really all I can say about that. It put me in the back, and I never got back up to the front. And it was really clean up there. I was able to stay with Jameer side by side for a couple laps. It was awesome. I loved racing with him. I actually got a really good I got a really good restart on that last one. Timed Bryson, I think almost perfect. I heard him start to get on the gas, and then he had to let off because I got a little bit of wheel spin. And I was able to go full through. I was able to get it fully throughout, and then I got my rear wheels lifted off the ground a little bit, and it just kind of got me loose, and I lost a little bit of time from it. But other than that, second place, not a bad finish for tonight.
Definitely, it is not. With I believe only 3 races left to go, 2 or 3. This season is winding down here very quickly, and I heard you had a 3-point lead, I believe it is, over Jameer, so this should pad that lead just a little bit going into the final races. So we know you got some sponsors and shout outs, so who would those be here for that second place finish?
But yeah, first of all, not sure if you guys saw my car at all. Hope you made this car. I got to thank him so much. But this was kind of a tribute car to David Cater, big iRacer. Definitely has helped iRacing throughout the years, and he's a really cool guy, inspiration to me. And sadly, he passed away about a week ago, and so he made the scheme. This was his last scheme that he ever made on iRacing, and Huffy kind of remade it and put some new logos on it. So gotta thank him so much, and this was a really cool car to drive, and I'm really thankful that I got to drive it. And it's very sad, but we'll move on, and he's a great guy. And then also, let's thank our sponsors, iRacing Drivers World, and the main sponsor of this one, Global and Contractors. Thank you guys so much. We love getting to race with your guys' sponsors every single week. Love having you guys. Also got to thank Dan Butler Designs and Gold Cube. Got to thank my teammates, KM and PRG. They're awesome. Thank you guys so much. Also got to thank you guys for broadcasting every race. Love having you guys. Got to thank Mom and Dad. I know they're both watching. Thank you guys. Love you guys. Hope you had a good time watching tonight. Also, I thank Dan and Justin. They do a great job hosting the league. Also, congratulations to Bryson on the win, and Jerry on the top 3. Congratulations to him. He's not been up there, I don't think, yet in the top 3, so he got a nice top 3 tonight. And we'll take second, and we'll see you guys next week.
All right, and of course, coming away with the win here tonight, that is the 84 of Bryson Barker. Started second, only gained 1 spot here tonight. That was the spot he needed to put himself in the win, and only led 9 laps there at the end. And of course, we have a lot to talk about here with Bryson. First off, of course, as always, congrats on the win. And the 2 big questions we have here for you. One, is when you saw James Lorello get into the outside wall and you tagged him, did you think there for a second that that was going to be the ending of your race?
First off, there's no way I'm going to top that interview by Mikey, but yeah. Honestly, yeah, I saw him getting tight. I knew he was probably going to hit the wall. And I knew if I would have went low, he probably was just going to bounce off the wall and get into me. So I kind of held my breath and kind of was hoping I wasn't going to run in the back of him, but I did. And I was actually hoping a caution wouldn't have come out, but then it did, and it was just like kind of just went with what happened there, and then it ended up playing out.
Well, the next question, of course, is when we did get the caution and you had the restart, you had that damage to the front of your car. Obviously, we can't tell how bad it really is. According to your spotter telling you stuff, how bad was that damage? And if that very last caution had not come out on the restart, do you think you could have held off Jameer or Jerry or Mikey there with that damage?
Nah, those guys would have probably blew by me, honestly. I would have had no straightaway speed. I knew if I pitted, then my race would have definitely been over, so I just try to stay out and hope for – I knew we was on old tires and almost wrecked, and I saw some guys behind me did wreck, so the caution really saved me because I wouldn't have won if it wasn't for the caution. So, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, I suppose.
Well, that is the saying, it's better to be lucky than good sometimes, but at the end of the day, you got lucky to win the race, but you also put yourself in that position to be there to capitalize off of somebody else's unfortunate bad luck. So a little bit of both, I think here. If you'd have been in 20th and that had happened, you wouldn't have been up there to get the win. So you put yourself up there by having a solid race here and being into the top 5 and top 3. So overall, you earned the win. It just happened, to get a little luck there to help you out along the way. But we know you probably got some sponsors and shout-outs to thank for this win. So who would those be?
Yeah, of course. Global Building Contractors. We really appreciate those guys for coming on board for this series and the next coming up. Gold Cube, iRacing Drivers World, and Dan Butler Designs. We very appreciate those guys. And Mikey and Glenn for good finishes, and you for putting on a good broadcast every week.
All right, well, we're definitely glad to be here, and that is we're not done just yet, folks. We have, of course, a little bit more business to take care of here. Of course, to thank all the sponsors that have made this season possible here on the racing side of things. I can't go anywhere without them. Global Building Contractors, iRacing Drivers World, Dan Butler Designs, and of course, as I mentioned, coming on here recently is Gold Cube. And of course, on the broadcast side of things, we wouldn't be here for 2018 if it wasn't for the following partners. Those do include Northwest Racing Series, Walls Beard Co., Sim Speed Shop, iBog, and coming on recently, Racecore Online Racing League. We appreciate all the sponsors, always looking for more. If you want to get your business some exposure for the league or for VRN, hit us up on the Virtual Racing Network Facebook page or on our website, and we can start a partnership there. As always, on behalf of Racecore Online Racing League and Virtual Racing Network, we will see you at the next race. Tuesday we will not be racing because of Christmas, but we will see you next Sunday, of course, on the 23rd. Till then, stay safe, and we will see you at the next broadcast.